Hey, what's up, guys? We're back for another episode of Campionato TV. Today we're going to be talking about the results in the Champions League group stage selection. After I didn't come right away to talk about it, but because I'd let it marinate for a minute. But am I surprised? No. I mean, I'm talking from the overall selection. I don't understand. How some teams they always get the favorable draws, and it seems like it's the teams that have had the most success in this tournament. They're always getting like a favorable draw. For example, Manchester City, Real Madrid. I mean, it's unbelievable. Every year, it's the same thing over and over again. And on the contrary, for the Italian teams, they're all like really tough groups, and I'm not saying we want to play cupcake teams. The Italian teams want to play cupcake teams, but it's nice to not have the strongest opponent right out the bat. It impacts you. But and somebody may say, well, they only have to be top two, right, to get out of the group. But here's the thing, if you come into second place in the group stage, then you're put in you're going to play a first place team in the next round. And again, you're going to be playing top teams. Where if you're like a Manchester City team, let's look who they have in their group. Manchester City. All right. Yeah, Manchester City. They got Dortmund, Copenhagen, and Sevilla. So that is a more favorable group. Dortmund. I'm not too familiar with those guys, but in Sevilla, they're not they're not the La Liga champions or anything. But there are top four Spanish teams. So, but that's a more favorable group than say, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Inter, and the Victoria Paisan. I just or the Juventus group, Juventus, Benfica, PSG. In Maccabi Haifa. They throw in like a team like that, to make it seem like, it's not that bad of a group. This what is it? FC Salzburg. FC Salzburg. They're in AC Milan's group. They're in AC Milan's group, Austrian team, and the Dynamo Zagreb, what's a Ukrainian team, Chelsea, and Milan. And then you have, the Napoli group. It's not an easy group. Napoli, Liverpool, Ajax, and the Rangers. Ajax, it's a very depleted team. They lost their coach, and I think they're losing some other players, and But they'll still be a difficult team in Amsterdam at the Amsterdam Arena, and the Rangers. It's not a Champions League winning team, but it's another team, with a passionate fan base, and you're gonna have to go to Scotland to play these guys, and they play a different brand of soccer, which is always, could be tough, and anything can happen, and then obviously there's Liverpool. which was a runner-up last year in the competition. So, anyways, the moral of the story is, all I'm saying is I don't understand why every year it seems like the Italian teams, they always have to have these very, very difficult groups, which it's not easy to come in first place. And if you don't come in first place, then you get put in the second place group, and you have to play a first place team, which could be Real Madrid, Manchester City, or Bayern, Munich, or whomever, But anyways, we're Italian, and we gotta take the groups we got, and we have to do our best. So I'm gonna go through all these groups, and I'm going to tell you which teams I think are going to advance. And I'm just going to pick the 2 teams I think are going to advance, not necessarily who will be number 1 and number 2. So here we go. Group A, I will say it's Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers. I think Liverpool will advance. That's I think that's pretty. That's my. I think they should advance. I mean, anything can happen. Any team in this group could advance, and any could get knocked out. But in my opinion, the surest thing would probably be Liverpool's going to advance. Because I just think that they'll be Ajax and Rangers, where a team like Napoli, they usually play really good when they're playing very tough competition, and then they'll go play a team like Ajax or Rangers, and they'll draw them, and so I think that the Liverpool, like I said, any team in this group could advance, but I think Liverpool is the surest that they will advance. Napoli should advance. So, but like I said, anything can happen. So I'm going with Liverpool and Napoli. Napoli is a very strong team. I don't care what anybody says that they lost Insigne, Koulibaly, Mertens, and Ruiz. They've reloaded. They got the new Georgian guy. I don't know how to say his name, but he's taller and better than Insigne, younger, hungry. They got a new, Asian central defender who seems to be playing really good, and then they have the other players on the team, all young, hungry, very fast, and technical players. So they should be able to get out of this group. But it's really a toss-up. If Napoli didn't make it out of the group, I would not be surprised, because, like I said, they usually play to the level of their competition, and I will not be surprised. Like match day 1, it's Liverpool versus Napoli, and they're playing in Naples. I will not be surprised if Napoli beats them. And then they'll go tie against Rangers and Ajax, and then Liverpool will beat their next 2 games, and they'll be in first place. So, but anyways, I'm picking Liverpool and Napoli. Group B is Bayern Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, Club Brugge, and Porto. For Atletico Madrid and Porto, I see them going through. I mean, Atletico Madrid, they always make it past the group stage as of late, and Diego Simeone is a very experienced coach. In Porto, they have, their team with their coach, and I think that Atletico and Porto will get out of there. There may be some surprise with Bayern Leverkusen and Club Brugge, but Atletico Madrid and Porto. Here's this other group, Group C: Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Inter, and Victoria Pazan. Like the Napoli group, this is a goddamn tough group. I mean, this is crazy when you think about it. I mean, couldn't one of these teams go like in the Atletico Madrid's group? Change, put like Bayern Leverkusen, in this group or something, and then take like Inter and put them in the Atletico Madrid group or somebody else. I mean, somebody's got to do something on how these teams are broken up into these groups, because you got teams that should progress to the round of 16 that are in these groups of death with these other Bayern Munich, Inter. Those are all top 10 teams in the world. I mean, they don't you want the top teams moving to the round of 16 and not some team like Benfica or something like that? If you look at the rankings, Inter Milan, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich, every year throughout the whole year, they're top 10 in the world. So this is a very difficult group. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect. I really, Inter, they lost, on Friday to Lazio. I know for sure that Victoria Pazan, they're not going to the next round. I know that. But I don't know who's going to go. Historically, Italian teams have done, top Italian teams have done good against German teams. Inter, when they, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the first game for Inter is against Bayern Munich. Like Napoli, they're playing Liverpool first game. Inter's playing Bayern Munich. They need to get a result against that. Worst case, a draw. But I'm pretty sure that they're playing Bayern Munich in Italy. So I don't know. Barcelona, they made a lot of signings this year. So it's a toss-up. I really don't know. It's going to come down to luck and grit and determination. I think Simone Inzaghi is a better coach than both the Barcelona and Bayern Munich coaches. I just think that those clubs they spend a lot more money than Inter. But we'll see. Keep an eye out for that. Simone Inzaghi is a more experienced coach than Nagelsmann for Bayern Munich and for Xavi. I mean, so maybe that's a deciding factor. We'll see. I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say Bayern Munich and Inter go through. All right. That's Group C. So far I got Liverpool, Napoli, I got Porto and Atletico, and I got Bayern Munich and Inter. I think Inzaghi will be the difference. The coach. We have Frankfurt, Marseille, Sporting, and Tottenham. Listen, Tottenham, here's another example of, a team with a lot of money, Tottenham, getting a favorable draw, just like Manchester City. Frankfurt, Marseille, Sporting. I mean, Tottenham should go through. But here's the thing. Their coach is Antonio Conte. If you look at Antonio Conte's record in the Champions League, he sucks in the Champions League. All right? He sucks. So, I don't know what it is about the Champions League and Antonio Conte, but he sucks in the Champions League. And because of that, I'm going to go with Marseille and Frankfurt getting out of that group. And Tottenham's going to the Europa League. Marseille, they got their new coach, Igor Tudor. He was the coach of Verona. He was also assistant coach to Pirlo at Juventus. And I think he's, usually this French team, they got a lot of young, hungry, fast players. Frankfurt, they're the Europa League winners, so they're going to want to try to get a good result. and move on to the next round. They lost one of their players, Kostic, but I think that Tottenham, they're going to screw it up. Their coach Conte, he every time when he was in the Champions League with Juventus or Inter, they just didn't do anything. So those are my picks for Group D. For Group E, there's Chelsea, FC Salzburg, AC Milan, and Dynamo Zagreb. Chelsea and AC Milan should go through in this group. AC Milan, they got to travel to Salzburg, the first game of the tournament, of the group stage, and but I think Chelsea and AC Milan will go through. Group F, we have Shakhtar, we have Red Bull Leipzig, which is the German team, Celtic and Real Madrid. Obviously Real Madrid should go through, but and I will go for I don't know, Red Bull Leipzig maybe. And then you got Celtic as well. I don't know, just thinking of German league, being stronger. I think probably Red Bull will be able to get through in that group, even though it's a very favorable group for Real Madrid. Group G, like I said, Manchester City, Copenhagen, Sevilla, and Dortmund. I'll go with Manchester City and Sevilla. And then we have Group H there. It's Benfica, Juventus, PSG, and Maccabi Haifa. PSG is going to is the surest bet that they're going to progress, and I guess we'll see how Juventus and Benfica fare. I know Benfica, they lost that guy to Liverpool, but Juventus has a lot of injuries. I mean, Di Maria's out, Pogba's out. They haven't been playing great. But Juventus should get by. I mean, they got to play the first game in Torino versus PSG. So they got to get a result for that. I mean, it's your first Champions League game. You got to get a result. At a minimum, you need to get a draw at home. First Champions League game of the year. You got to get a result in that game. If you could get a draw with that, you get a draw or a win, you're doing good. Because then you only have to play them one more time, and you just got to deal with Benfica and this other team over there. So, anyways, those are my predictions for the Champions League. Those are my predictions for the Champions League to get out. We'll go through quickly. The Europa League, we have Group A. They have Arsenal, Bodo Glimt, and PSV and Zurich. Bodo, last year they gave Roma fits, so I don't know. I'll go with Arsenal and Bodo. Group B, you got Kiev, AEK, Larnaca, Fenerbahce, and Rennes, So I'll go with Kiev and Fenerbahce. Group C, Roma, Real Betis, Ludogorets, Razgrad, and HJK Helsinki. I'm going with Betis and Roma. Group D, you got Marseille, Braga, Union Saint Galois. I never even heard of some of these teams. And FC Union Berlin. I'm going to go with, I don't know, I'll definitely go with Braga. and Malmo. Group E, Manchester United, Sheriff, Tiraspol, Real Sociedad, and Armenia Nicosia. I go Manchester United and Real Sociedad. Group F, Lazio, SK Stern Graz, Feyenoord, Feyenoord, and FC Midtjylland. I'll go with Feyenoord and Lazio. Group G, Olympiacos, Nantes, FK Quarabag, and SC Freiburg. I'll go Olympiacos and Nantes. So what do we got? Trabzonspor, AS Monaco, Ferencvaros, and Red Star Belgrade. I'll go Red Star Belgrade and Monaco. Again, I don't know too much about these teams, but those are my predictions. Let me see if I can get the Conference League here. We'll have to get that. Let me see. Hold on one second. All right. So there's wow, there's a lot of groups here. I'll pick the best team in each group, who I think for sure will progress, because I don't know too many of these teams. Group A, I'll take Fiorentina. Group B, I'll take West Ham. Group C, Villarreal. Group D, I'll take Nice. Group E, I'll take AZ Alkmaar. Group F, I'll do Ghent. And I'll do Group G, CFR Cluj. And Group H, I'll do Basel. So, anyways, those are my picks for the European competition. I'm going to go have lunch now, and then I'm going to watch Fiorentina versus Napoli and Florence. Check it out. It should be an awesome game. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. After the group stage concludes, we'll see how my picks turned out, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Have a good Sunday, and don't forget to subscribe, leave comments, and I'll talk to you. Arrivederci.